And welcome back, rugby fans, to Rugby411. As always, I'm your host. My name is Joshua Shibata, and this is not only our USA Rugby taking on Spain Rugby preview, we'll also do a brief recap of USA's first match of the 2025 test schedule, our Summer of Rugby here in the United States, which was an exciting and fun game. I also want to thank everybody who took part in my watch along. It was a huge success, lots of fun, and of course, if you didn't know, USA able to pull off the victory over Belgium. Astounding victory, 36-17. It was a great first test match of the 2025 testing window. 5 tries scored by the USA. Halu, Corey Daniel, Benjamin Bonasso, and Makin Ali Khan, who had his debut, one of 5 debuting USA Eagles that took part in that test match. He was able to get a try in his debut test match, and Tavita Lopete also got in a try as well. Full credit to Belgium. Belgium played as a very tough, strong team. I feel that USA might have been a little bit underestimating of Belgium, but man, Belgium really came out swinging. A very aggressive, a very strong, hard-hitting physical team. But USA stood up to the challenge. I feel that match was a really good indicator of the style of rugby that head coach Lawrence really wants to see from his squad. Not only physical, but explosive playmakers. Again, 5 tries. It was a very exciting match. And at first, a little competitive. Second half, though, Belgium, as I mentioned during my watch along, looked like they lost a lot of gas, and USA just came out on top, 36-17. Now we move on to our next match, kicking off Saturday, July 12th, 4:30 p.m. kickoff time on Pacific Standard Time, taking place once again at the American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte. I do believe tickets still on sale for that game. USA Rugby, ranked number 15 right now in the world, hosting number 16 Spain, the Los Leones, a very competitive team. This will be the 6th time that USA has faced against Spain. USA has won all 5, but we do have to look to the last time that USA and Spain played against each other. Granted, back in Spain, but it was a very close game. USA barely edging out Spain 26-23. Prior to that, and that was back in November of 24. Prior to that, in November of 23, a year before that, USA had a more comfortable win against Spain in what was the Villa International Rugby competition. USA won 42-12. So big jump in comparison with Spain barely losing to USA the last time we faced off against each other, only by 3 points. Now, granted, this is also a much younger USA team, as I mentioned before, when they played against Belgium. Before we go into that, Spain, last time that Spain's been playing some rugby, they've been competing in the Rugby European Championship. They made it all the way to the finals, losing to Georgia, who are, I believe, like that was their 5th time in a row they've won that Rugby European Championship. Georgia has become a very dominant team, a team that a lot of fans really do feel they should become considered a tier 1 nation, which right now Fiji just became officially still up for debate, a tier 1 nation alongside your usual 12 tiers, and of course Japan's also one of those unofficial official tier 1 nations. Georgia is another team that a lot of rugby pundits really want to see be considered a tier 1 nation. So the fact that Spain kind of, didn't get absolutely slaughtered by Georgia really shows that Spain's pedigree has gone up quite a bit. Before that, they beat Portugal 42-31 in the semifinals. In this competition, it was also a Rugby World Cup qualifier, so Spain has qualified for the Rugby World Cup. Also to note, in this competition, Belgium, who USA just beat, was also part of the competition. They're on the other side of the competition, the other pool. So Belgium and Spain really didn't face off against each other. So can't really grasp or see the range of how far Spain's come. But I feel this game will be pretty competitive, hoping though, of course, that USA comes out on top. Now, Scott Lawrence, head coach Scott Lawrence of USA Rugby, has posted this squad that will go against Spain. Not a lot of changes from the team that's faced against Belgium. The major change that comes out of it, unfortunately, is due to Sam Gala, the young, talented lock for USA Rugby. Unfortunately, suffered, well, I thought it was a thumb injury. Actually ended up being a severe shoulder injury. No timetable of when Sam Gala will come back. Hopefully will come back in time for the Pacific Nations Cup, but he is for sure out. So a little bit of moving up and down. We'll get to that in just a second. Coming back at your front row, your props, Jack Cascaro and Tonga Kofe, who is one of the 5 debutantes that made their debut against Belgium. He is back as prop. This will be, of course, his second match. Jack Cascaro, this will be his 15th. Shiloh Klein coming back as your hooker. And another debutant that was really, really impressive, Marno, the War Machine Renelingus, coming back for his second cap. And now, of course, now at number 5, moving up, is Villani Halu coming back for his 15th cap, sorry. And then team captain Benjamin Bonasso, who I thought did a phenomenal job, moving up to the number 6 position. Corey Daniels stays at number 7, the flanker at number 7, while now number 8 coming in, Jameson Fananana Schultz, who is one of my favorite USA Eagles players from Old Glory. This will be his 14th cap. First cap of the 2025 test window. And then pretty much the rest of the squad is the same. Ruben Da Haas is your fly half, and AJ McGinty is, of course, your... Ruben Da Haas is your scrum half, and AJ McGinty, who was phenomenal off the tee, returns as your fly half. This will be, of course, his 42nd cap. AJ McGinty scored 6 points. He was 3 for 5 off of the tee against Belgium. He broke the 400-point barrier in USA Eagles history. Only the second man to ever do it. He is now the second highest and the highest point scorer of the all USA Eagles. He, of course, is behind number 1, Mike Herkis, who is ahead of him by 60 points. It is very possible that AJ McGinty, by the end of this year, could be the number 1 point scorer in USA Eagles history. We shall see. Of course, history was made in the Belgium matchup. Nate the Great Augsburger, had his 50th cap. He is now looking at his 51st if he sets foot in this matchup against Spain. He is now just 2 away from breaking into the top 10 of all time for top test cap players in USA Eagles history. Of course, right behind him, number 12, Tavita Lopetti. This will be his 21st cap. Don Bissag, who, of course, has always been super impressive, scored a try against Belgium, coming back for his 10th cap. Toby Fricker, 3rd cap, and then Mitchie Wilson fullback for his 14th cap. Now, on the bench, it is a little bit different. Some new players coming in. Again, quite a few debutantes in the reserve bench. I feel, again, Scott Lawrence is using these 2 matches. It'll be interesting to see what happens next week when we play against England, obviously the highest ranked team out of the 3 teams that we're playing for this first part of our international test window in 2025. But it seems to me that Scott Lawrence is really looking at what he has available to him, seeing what the players are capable of doing, what is the best matchup and the best teaming up of players in preparation for, of course, the very, very important Pacific Nations tournament this season, because this is for Rugby World Cup qualifications. So now at number 16 coming in, Caleb Geiger. This will be his 33rd cap for, of course, playing for Old Glory. And then Ezekiel Lindenmuth has the possibility of becoming a debutant Eagle from Houston Sabercats, is number 17. Pono Davis, of course, coming back at the number 18 spot. Number 19 also coming back to Vida Nagali, who made his debut against Belgium. And then number 20, so happy to see his name on this list, Christian Prince Poy Devon, formerly of the LA Guillotines, currently playing for San Diego, has the possibility of making his Test debut as a USA Eagle. And then number 21, J.P. Smith, who is looking for his 7th cap. And then another very interesting debut. I talked about him a lot. If you saw my video reviewing the unveiling of the USA Eagles squad naming, Tom Pittman, an unknown player who could possibly make his USA Eagles debut against Spain. Tom Pittman, very interesting pedigree, has never played in the United States. Technically, he is signed to play next season for Anthem Rugby, but he has only played 5 years in rugby. He has played all 5 of those years in Europe. He is currently playing for Chartreuse Rugby, but this guy, he has played 1 year in the league that Chartreuse Rugby is in. 20 games he's started. He has scored 260 points. He is the top point scorer in the league. 88% kicking accuracy off the tee. This kid, Tom Pittman, has a lot of potential. I, for one, am excited to see him. He is the grandson of an Irish hooker, for a test-capped Irish hooker for the Irish national team, John Hewitt. John Hewitt, though, was born in Massachusetts. Therefore, there is where the USA eligibility is for Tom Pittman. So it'll be exciting to see what Tom Pittman can do and if he will be able to get his debut here against Spain. And then number 23 is the return of Laune Footy to the USA Eagles. This will be his 4th cap. He, of course, plays for the Seattle Seawolves. So that is the roster for our USA Eagles. Again, not a lot of changes. Looks like a very capable team. Spain coming in with a lot to prove. Yeah, this should be a very, very fun game. Again, you can watch it live on Paramount Plus if you're in the United States. Again, I know Paramount Plus, you have to pay for it, but they have a great deal going on right now. First 2 months, if you sign up right now, 99 cents a month, and you can technically cancel right after those 2 months. So you've only paid $1. Otherwise, it's only $7.99 for Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus exclusive, I think, is what the higher tier is, $9.99. Now remember, there is a little warning here. From what I understand, I have the exclusive Paramount Plus. It has all of the sports options given to you. Paramount Plus, just the normal one, the cheaper one, doesn't necessarily have all the sports accessibility. So there is a possibility, if you buy just the regular Paramount Plus, you may not be able to watch USA Rugby. But if you get the Paramount Plus exclusive, just for a couple bucks more, not only do you get USA Rugby, you also get to watch all of the current under 20 championship tournament that's going on, which has been super, super exciting. And as well as, from my understanding, all of HSBC 7s will be on Paramount Plus as well. So a lot of rugby you can get if you sign up for just a couple of dollars more. Again, if you're in the United States, Paramount Plus is the way to go. International, you can do all of the USA matches through Rugby Pass. So again, that is going down Saturday, July 12, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time kickoff at the American Legion Memorial Stadium. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do a watch-along tomorrow. I do have to work, so I'm sorry I will not be able to watch this match live. Obviously, I'll have to watch it a little bit later, but, and again, I thank everybody that came out for the Belgium watch-along. It was a lot of fun, but I do promise you I will be back for next weekend's matchup with England, which of course will be a tougher matchup for USA, but I will be doing a watch-along for that, so don't worry. And of course, thank you very much for checking out my channel. Thank you very much for supporting. I do appreciate it. Support USA Rugby, and I'll see you on the pitch.